Hey, this is Chris Reddick once again. It's time for the next push forward. And of course, right beside of me, if you don't know who this guy is, well, I'm going to tell you who he is. This is my son. This is Mr. Zion Reddick, and we're here for signing day as he goes off to take the next push forward to Milligan University. So definitely an exciting day. And let's find out a little bit about how excited my son is. Zion, very proud of you.
Got it.
Like I said, we talked a little bit earlier, which we're not going to reiterate that story, but we talked earlier about how we got to this point. But track star now. Came from football, basketball, all these other sports, but you decided to go with track and field. How's excited to be to know that you're going to be a Buffalo?
I'm really excited. I'm just happy that I was able to have the opportunity. It's truly a gift from God, and throughout these 4 years, I've always had a hard time figuring out which sport I really love, and it just so happened that shot put and discus, I just really love getting out there, and that's what really motivated me to put more work in to get better, and now we're here. So.
Well, let's talk about, like you said, you played multiple sports, but track and field, something got your attention. Like I shared briefly the story, thought you was going to go out for track and field just to run and stay in shape, but somehow you took a liking to the shot put. What gravitated you to think you could be a thrower?
Whenever I saw the fast increases whenever I first started, I started off throwing like 22, 25 feet, and then by the first meet I threw 38 feet, and then 43 feet, and then from there, so that's what really gave me the motivation that, wow, I can really do this, and I started taking it serious from there.
Great start, kind of a shocking start as a sophomore. Looked like your junior year was going to be a much better year, but unfortunately a few setbacks, one being, if we're going to point this out, talk about one of the setbacks being a commercial that you were doing for the school. Kind of share that story.
Yeah, my junior year I was actually doing a little mock commercial for our English class, and I was using the jump rope, and then I sprained my ankle, and then it kind of was a little setback, but that just really gave me motivation to make up for all that time, and now I'm really throwing far, and I'm really putting in the work, and I went to state indoor, and I'm hoping that I can go to the state and the outdoor this year too, so that's what I'm really driving forward towards.
Now, going into your senior year, you talk about going to the state. You did indoor state, but you discovered something new about indoor state. Not only did you throw the shot put, you discovered something else that you were able to do. What was the other throwing event that you had participated in?
I went ahead and I did the weight throw, and I did some of the hammer, but I did the weight really indoor. That's kind of the other throw that I was actually ended up being really good at, and then it just went from there. And so now that actually helped me also get a scholarship offer, because a lot of high schools don't do the weight throw. So with me doing the weight throw, kind of set me ahead a little bit.
Okay. So now let's work into now in the spring season. All right. So like I said, your junior wasn't as good as you thought it would be. You ended up doing some summer throwing and went to some events, finished second at an event in Florida, and unfortunately got rained out at South Alabama. But you come back, you do the indoor. But something happened on the first meet that started getting school's attention. What happened?
I had a 3-foot PR, and I did 49. I believe the number was 49.10. And then ever since there, we kind of took off this year. So that's what I'm really thankful for. And I always like to say, you put in the work and live with the results. So that's what we're doing right now.
Well, it was a blessing that you was able to have that impact at the beginning of the season, because that started getting attentions of different schools. What were some of the schools that all of a sudden took attention to your throw and you were looking at?
King University, Milligan, of course. I was in talks with a little bit of LMU, but eventually I narrowed it down to either King or Milligan, and I just took Milligan.
So what made you fall in love with Milligan to choose Milligan over the other schools?
Just the way how they welcomed me like it was a family, and I felt like I meant something to them.
We're excited to have him, and his family join our family of our track team.
Especially at being able to be a shot putter, and they also talked about being a national champion with that program, and so that's what really stood out, and that's what I really like.
Yeah, so when we walked through those doors there, Coach looked at you and he pointed at that national championship trophy, but it was for cross country, but he said, you're one of the guys that can help bring it to track and field. So you think you can do that?
Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do.
Just before we go, talk about if you want to give any thanks to anyone for helping you get to this point.
I'm thankful for my coaches, Coach Presnell, Coach Nave, and Coach Presnell, Coach Nave, Coach Campbell, Coach Seavey, Coach Lane, all those guys. I know I probably didn't mention a few, to my parents, you, Mom, just really pushed me to get here, and that's really what I'm thankful for.
All right, Zion, well, guess what? Next push forward, you're going to Milligan University as a Buffalo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love you, son.
Give it up for the Elizabethton Cyclone. Let's go. York is